The next thing you want to do is set up your CDA account. I'm going to try to do this. I've used several emails, and hopefully the one I'm going to use, I haven't. Because if I've used that email before, I can't create an account. So, you are applying for your initial application. You didn't have to purchase a CDA book. I gave you one. Those were the handouts I gave you. You completed 120 professional hours. You have worked in a child care setting or any type of setting with children for at least 3 years. You have your CDA professional portfolio cover sheet. That is the first page in your portfolio. Your summary of your education. That is the second page in your portfolio. Your questionnaires and the summary sheet. Your reflection on your questionnaires about your strengths and what you would like to work on. You wrote your competency statements. You completed your resource collection, and you wrote a philosophy statement. And you will select a professional development specialist and confirm availability. A professional development specialist is a person who comes out to observe you during your CDA process. We're going to click I'm ready. So I'm going to fill in this and see if the email will go through. Okay, good. So we got it to go through. So you're going to put in your information right here. What I do want to let you know is do not put any nicknames. So if your name is Gwendolyn, do not put Gwen. You need to put Gwendolyn. If your name is Catherine, don't put Cat, put Catherine. If not, when it's time for you to renew, you're going to have a problem, okay? So we're going to scroll down and we're going to put the setting. This is what we want to reflect on our certificate. You cannot select all 3. It has to be one or the other. So infant toddler, birth through 5, or family child care. Okay? So I'm going to put infant toddler. And I'm going to submit login request. At this time, they're going to send you a confirmation to the email that they sent you and with a temporary password. So I'm going to do that and come back and finish up. Now I'm going to make a password that I can remember. It's important that you remember because they communicate with you on here a lot. And continue. Okay, I'm just going to save that. So now I'm going to update my address and make sure it's correct. Again, your certificate is mailed to you. And you're going to select the type of program you're working in. Most of us are working in private child care, and you're going to answer the demographics. Your education and experience. Right here, it's going to ask if you're a part of any professional childhood education network. You can join High Scope for free. So I would say yes. Just go to highscope.com and get your membership. You're going to need that membership for your renewal, so do it now. Your highest level of education, the length of time it took you to get your CDA. Hopefully you were satisfied with the training, and click that you're working full time. They're going to ask if you're working with children, and they're going to ask what state, age group, and what is your position. We're going to submit that for your profile. This is the clearinghouse that they speak to you a lot. Okay? Let's keep going. You can either take your CDA exam in English or Spanish. I'm going to choose English. Now we're going to look for a PD specialist. Remember, the PD specialist is the person that observes you. And I'm going to put in my number. You can choose me, or you can go to your CDA.org and look up different PD specialists. Then you're going to put in, we're going to confirm that. Then we're going to put in your director's name. For the sake of just this being a dummy account, I'm going to send this email to me. You would put in this information about your director. Your director needs to know that a PD specialist is coming to observe after everything has been done, not any time before. We can't come before. Everything has to be put in. Okay? So they can receive an email to let them know that's what you're going to do. You're going to proceed. So now you have to wait. After you press send statement request, the PD specialist is going to receive an email to confirm that you're interested, and your director is going to have to sign off on a permission statement. So you're going to have to wait until they send it back. You will receive an email stating when the PD specialist completed and when your director completes it. So we're going to pause it right here. So while you're waiting on that verification, you're going to finish this part up. Basically, this is certifying all the things that you wrote about. We did talk about a safe and healthy learning environment. We did talk about advancing children's physical and intellectual competence. That was competency statement 2. We talked about emotional development. That was competency statement 3. We talked about building relationships with families. We created a family resource. We talked about managing an effective program and operation. We talked about professionalism. We looked at anecdotal notes, and we talked about the various ways children learn. You did complete 120 hours. You have your CPR and first aid card. And you meet all the requirements. Okay? You have a high school diploma. You speak, read, or write well enough to take the CDA assessment. You distributed however many questionnaires and got however many back. You have 3 years of experience altogether, okay? Your portfolio is complete. As you can see, the questions are kind of redundant, but just keep going. And you agree to all these things. We're going to proceed. Now, as you can see, before we conceive, the council must receive the following, and that is this information. So I'm going to pause this and verify everything. Okay, so we're going to log out just so you can see everything. Let's take that out. So everything has been confirmed. Let's go back. I thought I saved the other password. So you received your PD specialist completed. Oh, where we go? Let's take this out. let's go back. Let's put this back in. Where is it under here? Okay. So your PDS sent their statement back, and so did your director, so you can proceed. We're going to payment options. Now, if you're going to pay the whole $425 and be reimbursed by the state, you just do it with your credit card or an electronic check. And that's the quickest way. However, if you're going to let Decal pay for it, this is what you should do. Click voucher, proceed, $400, because they give $400 for online application. Well, $400 period. If you don't do it online, it's $500 to mail in an application. So it's cheaper to do it online. Confirm the payment. It drops to $25. That's your balance. So we're going to say yes. We're going to type $25 there, and we're going to give it a number. Once this is in, you cannot, after you receive your voucher, go in and pay with a credit card or anything. You have to send in a check or a money order. Okay? We're going to confirm payment, submit, and then you're going to print your cover letter. This is so important. You need this cover letter. You need it for Decal, and you need it for when Decal sends you the voucher to send to the CDA. You can make 2 copies, okay? But this is important, okay? And that's the end of part 2.